My name is Christina Pilet, and this is my courageous story. My courageous story began as me being this extremely fun-loving, bubbly little girl. I was the annoying little sister, flipping around everywhere, talking to everyone, super friendly. I started to experience some trauma, however, in my adolescent life, right at home through a step-parent. I was experiencing mental and emotional trauma and abuse in the form of manipulation and grooming, and as a little girl, holding all of that in was extremely difficult and painful. I didn't come from a family at the time where I could talk about my feelings and express and advocate for myself, so I held that in for many, many years, almost 10 years to be exact. When I was in middle school and high school, I became extremely promiscuous and just rebellious and curious because I was looking for love in all the wrong places and looking for validation. And I had no concept of what a healthy dating life would be like or relationship because I didn't see it growing up. So that caused me to kind of spill over my pain everywhere that I went. By the time I was in college, I felt a sense of freedom, or so I thought, because I thought that great, I'm no longer in my household, I'm free and I can kind of do whatever I want. That of course backfired. I started to spiral. It was extremely difficult, again, because I was holding all that pain and anger for so long. I went to church very inconsistently growing up, but I had what was called a praying grandmother and a grandfather who was a pastor, and I was fortunate enough to go to a private Christian school, so the Bible and the Word of God and God was always in my life. I just wasn't fully surrendered and didn't have a relationship with the Lord at the time. By the time I was in my early 20s, I became a mother, and I was completely lost because I remember feeling like I want to be a good mother, but I didn't know how. At that time, I reconnected with my own mother, and we started a healing journey together where I was finally able to open up about all the things that were going on when I was younger. And it was very difficult. It was difficult to say, it was difficult for her to hear. We were healing together and it was very messy and up and down, but it was our journey and it was beautiful. We became best friends, we did everything together. She helped me even through my divorce that ended in infidelity on both parts because, again, on my end, I didn't know what healthy love was. I didn't think that it exists. Unfortunately, my mom became ill and she was diagnosed with cancer, cervical cancer, and she ultimately was terminally ill and she passed away June of 2020. When my mom passed away, I lost a sense of myself. I felt myself at a crossroads, and I felt like I had a decision to make whether I was going to live for the Lord or live for the world. And thankfully, I was able to choose, with all the seeds that were planted in my life, to live for the Lord. I came to Tampa, Florida after visiting my brother and sister-in-law, and they introduced me to Courageous Church, and I absolutely fell in love. I dove into serving. I got baptized right away about 3 weeks later, and one day they asked me to serve in the kids ministry, and I absolutely said no. I was like, I kind of wanted a break from my own kids, but I remember feeling convicted, and the Lord was like, hey, if you're going to fully surrender, you got to be obedient in this season. So I did go back and say yes, and it was the best decision I ever made. I started to serve in the kids ministry, and my connection to kids is because of my own self and the trauma that I had. I wasn't able to advocate for myself, and I didn't have the spiritual tools to turn to God when I needed to. So when I'm there serving with kids, it's not just because I like kids, it's because I want to make sure that they have the spiritual tools and the guidance and the voice that they can advocate and just have the tools to turn to God when they need to. So it's special to me to be able to serve in this ministry. I later became the kids ministry director here at Courageous Church, which was very surprising because I was not a person who had served in this capacity at all. I remember speaking to Pastor Wendy when she was going to plant in another city, and she said, man, it would be great to have a Christina Pilet on our team. And lo and behold, here I am with her, serving along with her. So that was a beautiful moment. To anybody who has been dealing with shame and guilt, I know it firsthand, but all I can say is fully surrender. God is waiting for you. You don't have to live in that shame and guilt forever. He is waiting for you with open arms. And the beautiful part is, this is just the beginning for me in my life. God God has redeemed every single part of my life in community, relationship. I live in purity and happiness and the peace that I once prayed for. And like Pastor Benjamin said, the best is yet to come.